Do you think someone who started skating at 13 could make it to the Olympics? Welcome back, guys, to yet another Romsky video. For those of you who don't know how Q&A works, you ask questions, I provide answers. So let's get right to it. Typically, I do this on Instagram. I go on my story and ask for questions, but there were some really good questions on my last YouTube video. If you haven't checked it out, go check it out. And I'll try to incorporate some of those in too. So let's start. How important is a hobby outside of figure skating to you? So important. Honestly, I have so many hobbies, and that's the only thing that keeps me sane. If figure skating was like the do-all, end-all for me, I think my mind would be crushed immediately because it's not an easy world to just live in and out. But thankfully, I have other things that I can be doing. And I suggest everyone get hobbies, regardless of skating or not. Y'all need them. Super glad you're doing better and pain-free. Thank you. I'm pretty glad too. Question, how do you go back to triple axel after having such a scary injury? That must be a psychological mountain to surmount. Good luck in Zagreb. The event will be loaded. Yeah, actually, Zagreb is going to be a pretty nice event. For the other question, surprisingly, I didn't struggle so much trying triple axel. It was harder to try, and I wish I caught this on video. I actually wasn't like videotaping my stuff that day. I did it basically in one attempt. I left it as the last jump to kind of try back on the ice post-injury. Partly because of that, I didn't want to like overthink it. Like trying a quad sow for the first time took me way longer because I feel like once I tried quad sow, everything else was like, oh, okay. The biggest thing that helped me is the realization that, you know, the chances that I do that again, for those of you who don't know, I just fell a really weird way on a triple axel, like in a way that I've never fallen before. I actually don't know, maybe there was like something on the ice or I caught a groove or caught an edge on the landing. Basically, I kept turning and the foot stayed behind. And so obviously twisting motion. That puts my mind more at ease because I've done so many triple axels and I did one really one-off one. So the chances of that happening again are so slim, and just like, you know, just take the leap of faith. Not much of a choice, just take the leap of faith. How long do a pair of concertos last you? For those of you who don't know, concertos are a certain line of Idea boots. So it's a figure skating boot. It kind of varies. So I do prefer getting a, not exactly custom pair, but I get a more of a customized pair from Idea. Thankfully, I get hooked up with these boots. Thanks, Idea. Huge help, definitely huge help. I typically ask for a stiffer version so that it lasts me longer. The last pair that I used lasted me almost 8 months, which is like a lot for me. But keep in mind, like I'm a big dude, okay? I'm like 6'1", I weigh approximately 175 to 180 pounds, depending on the time of the day and time of the year. And I jump kind of high, so not a flex, it's just, you know, things. So yeah, I definitely abuse the boots, and the boots take a lot. But my last pair lasted me about 8 months, and this pair is doing pretty good, knocking on wood. I'd say I average probably 3 pairs a year, give or take. But there is some variance no matter what. Not every boot is exactly the same. How that boot interacts with my anatomical shape of my foot is going to be different, and that's going to be different for every single person. So there's like so many variables, so I can't get really a consistent answer for you, but I would say on average recently about 3 a year. 3 a year, yeah. Were you ever bullied for being a figure skater in school? I think this just is kind of like an obvious one. If you're a male figure skater, it's looked at differently, if you will. Let's just say it's a more feminine outlook on sport, which, I mean, I don't blame really anyone. I would agree it's on the more feminine side, just slightly. But I never actually got bullied. I would say I got teased here and there, but none of that actually bothered me. I kind of found it funny, to be honest, because some of it was kind of true. But yeah, I would get teased a little bit, but full on bullying, I wouldn't. I guess I was lucky enough that I didn't experience that. Best recommendations for a vlog setup: equipment, software to edit, finding music. Use your phone. Editing software, I would say go for DaVinci Resolve. It's free. There is a paid version, but the free version will do like 95% of what you're probably looking for. A little bit of a learning curve, like with everything else, really. But yeah, use your phone. Phones are getting really, really good, like scary good. Just focus on capturing your moments. That's all that you need to do. And in terms of music, you can find so many copyright-free songs on YouTube, or at least they claim that they're copyright-free. Typically what happens is just whatever monetization you get on that video, it goes towards the artist. Yeah, that's fine. Like I've used copyrighted music in the past, and there's nothing wrong with it. You don't get like striked or anything. It's just any monetization or any ads that any money make on those ads goes to the artist. And talking from personal experience, I'm not a huge YouTuber. I'm a pretty small YouTuber. So if I lose some like monetization towards an artist that made their music, that's okay. Because trust me, I'm really not making that much money anyway. So it's like, sure, why not, right? If it's better for a video, sometimes it's better to just use the copyrighted song. Why not? It's not like it's going to change your life, or at least not my life, because, you know, it's like small YouTube channel, you know, small YouTube channel things. Do you think someone who started skating at 13 could make it to the Olympics? This is actually a very, very good question. Yes, I do think it's possible. You do have to definitely set your expectations and find a way to optimize your way to do it. It is one of those things that starting early does help. I'm not gonna like lie to you. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. It's like playing piano or playing violin. Starting early helps. Like if you want to be like at like mastery level, obviously you can start at any time. Doesn't matter, right? But you got to set kind of an expectation of what you're trying to achieve. Starting 13 is definitely late. I think, if I remember correctly, Johnny Weir started when he was like 12 or 10? 12? I don't entirely remember. I'm not going to fact check it. Someone can fact check it. But Johnny Weir started really late. He's an Olympian. So there's definitely ways of doing it, 100%. And I think if you dedicate yourself and find the right people to surround yourself with, it's definitely possible. It will be not easy, obviously, even if you started at like 3 years old. It's not easy going to the Olympics. It's not like not everyone makes it, you know? So it's, yeah. Possible? Yes. Hard? Yes. Hard for everyone? Yes. Harder for 13 years old? Also yes. So there you go. Any advice for new skaters on posture and artistry? Dance. Basically any off-ice dance. Ice dance is good too, but just like, even when you're in ice dance, you're going to end up doing ballet, contemporary, hip hop, jazz, all that stuff, you know? Teaches good posture, and you can start at any time, and it helps, and it's pretty fun. Why do you post so rarely? Just time. Time is a problem, literally a problem, you know? When you're training full time and then also working part time as a coach, which is what I do. I spend the first day of my day training and the second half of my day coaching. It gets exhausting. And then to come home and then just like make more videos, not that easy. I also do some production stuff on the side. So some side gigs here and there for video, also for work. So I don't end up actually having that much time to post on YouTube. And like I said before, it doesn't really make me much money. So that doesn't pay the bills. I have had people ask me like, why don't you just like get an editor, you know, and just like record stuff and hand it off to someone. I'll be honest, I don't think it'll pay itself off. It definitely won't. And I have a hard time imagining having someone else make videos, because actually like making videos is like a hobby. I get the output is low, but like, you know, whatever, it's fine. You know, it's fine. When can you skate full out? I guess I technically am skating full out right now. My injury doesn't restrict me in any obvious way. It's everything else. It's just like the body catching up after having had time off. When you're limping on one leg, you start compensating. And even when you're skating, you're compensating a little bit. So you're getting a lot of body imbalances and muscle tightness because of that compensation. And that's when you get like stuff, from at least what I'm experiencing is like small minor like groin strains or like hip flexor strains, sometimes like upper back strains I get. Lower back not so much, which is I guess a good thing, but I do get like upper back strains, which is not comfortable either. But those are the things that are just like creeping up when you're just like recovering from an injury. Even though the injury is healed per se, it's just the body's catching up. Have you ever tried a cantilever? I think it's this thing. Tried? Yes. Succeeded? Not really. My knees don't like it. My hips don't like it. Probably shouldn't be doing it. To be fair, figure skating is actually pretty like an unergonomic sport. Like easily one of the worst ergonomic sports out there. Just the positions and the places you put your arms and legs, you know, it's just not good for like long-term joint health. So I tend to avoid doing extreme positions. But you know, people are different. I know where my restrictions are, and I just kind of like steer away from those things. But I mean, if you love a cantilever, go right ahead, go for it. But I'm just very uncomfortable with it. What made you decide to start skating professionally? You don't just like suddenly, at least in my case, I didn't just suddenly decide I'm going to start treating this seriously. I just kind of started skating when I was young because I wanted to play hockey. And then I just started liking it. And then I just kind of was pretty good at it. No, but I definitely felt like I was excelling and progressing really quickly when I was younger. And then I was watching a lot of it on TV and seeing the Olympics and all that. And I was inspired to, like train hard at a young age. And I kind of knew that like I wanted to like be good at this, right? Whether there's a moment that I like decided I'm going to do this. Not really. It just kind of grew. And then suddenly I'm just like figure skating every day for hours on end. The other thing I want to clarify professionally is I'm not a professional figure skater. This is kind of strange when I tell people this, but I'm not a professional figure skater. Anyone at the Olympics is technically not a professional. We are like amateurs by definition. I am an amateur figure skater. For us to be professional, we'd have to be making money doing this. We don't make money. We're not in a league. It's not like NHL or NBA. We'll do like ice shows here and there. So yes, there's payment there, but I'll be like 100% frank with you. If you're trying to get rich, figure skating doesn't even make the top 1,000 of best opportunities for like financial success. Telling you right now, if that's what you're looking for, get out fast. I'll give you an example. People are like, oh, how much money do you get like for going to the Olympics and stuff? It's like nothing, zero. You don't make money to go to the Olympics. You go to the Olympics for the sport. That's the whole thing, right? Obviously, we get like funding. So thankfully, I get a lot of funding with Sport Canada and Skate Canada to help support skating. Professional skating was kind of a thing in the past where you had actual professional competitions. There's some circumstances, I know if you're exposed to those ice shows in Japan, you can make money in ice shows in Japan, that kind of stuff. There's a lot of ice shows in Europe that you make a lot of money. That's professional figure skating. But there's not that many opportunities really that pay like crazy amounts. Just saying, you got to be like one of those few. Even with prize money, the prize money is not huge at these events when you consider the amount of money you put into skating. The only way to really make money here is to have lots of sponsorships and to win everything. Then you can add everything up and then you start making money. But if you're anyone like sub top 5 in the world, you ain't getting rich. I'm telling you right now, I promise you. Unless you got some crazy good opportunities, you're not becoming Elon Musk, that's for sure. All right, that's it. I'm gonna close off the video. Feeling better, doing better, looking forward to the next competition, and I will catch you guys in the next video.